to the end of any bottle, it's normally a story that comes with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottle podcast.
What's going on, good people, man? Look, we back at it again. This is the Bottom of the Bottle Satday Night situations, and I'm your host, Jay Walker the third, along with my other host, my brother host, Carolina Dirt. What's happening with you, player?
Hey, shit, boy, it's been a long Saturday with this hour back we done lost, boy. I feel like I done did a lot of shit and ain't did shit today.
Hey, man, look, it be like that as you get older. I'm talking about the wake up with the knee hurt that you ain't hurt the night before you went to sleep.
Yeah, sleeping wrong, shoulder bad, shoulder blade bad, the knee bad.
All that shit, man. But look, it's Saturday night, man. We gonna welcome in a returning guest, a star of our own, a local celebrity. Bring in Miss Venom Vixen. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm chillaxing.
Chillaxing, indeed. What kind of salute do you? All right.
I appreciate that. What kind of salute was that?
Yeah.
I
Right
like
over
that
left.
shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that shirt.
I appreciate it. I had to make sure I had to show off the mat, you know?
Okay. Indeed.
That's our responsibility.
Man, you know what, man? What's crazy, man? Y'all see what's going on in Buffalo, northern Michigan?
Oh, yeah, snowstorm.
I've never seen a snowstorm with thunder in the background. That shit crazy. They got like 5 feet of snow from.
Yeah.
It started snowing at like 10:30, and it was 3 feet by 7:30 in the morning, and it was 5 feet by that afternoon, the next afternoon.
They can have it. I don't want no parts.
We're gonna get it down here. Watch. Man, you gotta think we had a hurricane in November. Hurricane touched down in Florida in November. They say that don't happen. Even though it's hurricane season, they say
Right.
usually touch down. Like, they don't
What about these earthquakes though?
Yeah.
I can't figure this shit out. For it to never happen for as long as I've been alive, and then to have 11 of them in 9 months is some special shit.
The other day, my house was shaking. Like, we was on the neighborhood chat line, and everybody's like, "Did you feel that? Did you feel that?" I was like, it sounded like somebody had ran into my garage door. I literally was on a phone with my cousin. I said, "Don't hang up." I went and checked the whole house.
Mm.
You got earthquake insurance?
No, yeah.
Nobody has earthquake insurance.
They're offering it now, though.
Yeah, it was like $7, but you got to pay 10% of the value of your house if it gets destroyed. Yeah, 10%. So if you got a $300,000 house,
that just made my stomach hurt.
then you got to pay $30,000 to get your house restored.
But
now I keep saying I'm going to do it because when the first earthquakes was hitting, you know, they started sending emails out like, get this earthquake insurance. And remember, we call them McAfee in the morning. In the morning.
How many of them have y'all legitimately felt?
I probably felt about 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I felt like 2.
And see, here's the thing where it gets a little shaky for me. I live very close to Fort Jackson, and they be doing stuff on the base. They be booming and doing shit. So sometimes we kind of dismiss things as, oh, that's just Fort Jackson.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And but then when I saw my neighbors talking about it, everybody was like, nah, I don't think that was Fort Jackson.
Okay.
Hey, Fort Jackson sound like an action movie, man. I be standing outside sometimes. I be, up early or considered late, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. I was trying to do the math in my head, man. They be sounding like an action movie over there.
No, like real talk. Let me tell you. You remember when the dude went AWOL and stole the school bus?
Yeah.
My neighborhood was a neighborhood. He was walking around knocking on people's doors trying to get rides from. Real talk.
First off, you can't really knock on my door if I don't know you. Like, I'm smiling now, and I normally have a pretty pleasant disposition. But if you knock on my door unexpected, I open up the door kind of like George Jefferson, like, snatch that motherfucker. What you want? That's how you keep people off your porch.
I'm not opening no door to nobody ain't got no shirt on. So as soon as I see that in my camera,
right,
door ain't open.
And you shouldn't. And that's gonna be a topic, man. But look, we're gonna get into this first call real quick.
Okay, let's get into it.
We're gonna do kind of a start coming off the bench cut. Yeah, start coming off the bench cut. Jodeci, Tony, mid-condition.
Who's better?
Who you want to start the show, who you want to follow up, and who you want to eliminate from the show.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna start the show with mint condition.
Okay.
Because they're very bandy, they're gonna give you that live instrument chill mode, right?
Okay.
Then I want to go into Tony, and I'm gonna tell you why I want to end with Jodeci, because you never know what the fuck is gonna happen with them. So they're a wild card, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We don't know if KC and JoJo gonna show up sober or not. We don't know if KC gonna be eating chicken wings being carried by a security guard. They gotta close the show, because that can't happen at the beginning of the show. If it's gonna happen, it's gotta be towards the end of the show. So that's my line.
Okay. So we changed it a little bit. I said cut, but we'll do the lineup. Female thespians, not lesbians, for you ignorant fuckers. Thespians.
Hope I know them.
Angela Bassett, Regina King, Lynn Whitfield.
And you're putting them in order?
Best to worst, per se.
Okay, well, none of them are worse.
Okay, true.
Angela Bassett is definitely the queen.
Okay.
Regina King is your thespian comedian. I love a good. I love her. But you know what? She's more than that, because she's a great director. She's a powerful force. Lynn Whitfield is the evil mama for the ages.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah. But none of them are worse. I think they all equally hold their weight in any character that's presented to them.
1A, 1B, 1C. We'll say it like that.
Okay.
Cuisine. Asian cuisine, and that's everything: hibachi, Chinese food, sushi, whatever.
Okay.
Asian.
We're just gonna put them all under one umbrella. I got you.
Yeah. Asian, barbecue, fair food.
Nigga, what? You smoke tonight?
Come on with it, cuz.
Of the fair food, period.
Okay.
Asian, then barbecue.
Okay, that's fair. We will go male actors.
Ooh, give me somebody good.
I'm gonna go Clifford, Method Man, Earl, DMX, Ice Cube.
And what am I judging them on?
How you feel about them personally?
Yeah,
as actors. We not mixing their movies in. as actors, things that you've seen them in.
I'm gonna say Method Man fine as hell. That's all I got to say.
What that got to do with his acting?
That's all I got to say.
That's like Aries saying Lizzo looked like a, whatever. But go ahead.
I don't. That's all I got to say. Because Clifford was the damn cheating ass husband in that damn one movie. Ice Cube always mad as fuck. Why Ice Cube always mad? DMX, he always barking. I don't know. Method Man fine as hell.
I'm gonna let you have that. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah. That's all I got to say. That's my answer.
We do some nutrition. We do fruit.
I like nutrition.
Fruit. Kiwis, pineapples, dragon fruit.
Oh, so you went with all the shit that make your shit taste good, huh?
We'll trade out dragon fruit for mangoes.
I think I was about to choke over here. Okay. Kiwi, pineapple, dragon fruit, and then you added mangoes?
Or switch them out, yeah.
But you know what all the fruit is for, right?
Yeah. And I hope I have a steady diet of them so she enjoy it. So enthusiasm.
Which one is I feel like is the best? Okay. I like a good kiwi.
Okay.
They're fun to eat.
Okay. That was 4, that was 5. That was 4.
I don't know. Venom hungry and nasty at the same
time. We'll go.
Kiwis is fun to eat. I'm just saying.
We'll go automobiles for the last one. We'll go.
I don't know about no cars, but I'll try.
Okay. You've seen them. I hope you've at least seen them. Escalade.
Okay.
Telluride.
She don't know
what?
Told you.
The Telluride. You never seen Telluride?
She don't know what that is.
He said, share your ride.
He said, share my ride. Okay, let's do something different then.
Okay, yeah, please. I don't know nothing about no cars.
She fucked that all the way up.
Thrill seeking. Okay. Roller coasters, zip lines, jet skis.
Jet skis.
Okay. That's my 5.
I can swim, but God did not make me to fly.
Okay. That's my 5.
Hey, what comedian you want to see host Wheel of Fortune?
Damn. You went in. You know what? I'd like to see a woman step into it.
Who?
Who could hold that down? Because I'm gonna tell you, props to Steve Harvey. He's masterful on Family Feud. Yeah. And so those some big ass gators to step into.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I would like to see them switch over to a woman. I'm gonna tell you who I might think could do it.
Miss Pat.
What's the white girl? McCarthy.
Melissa?
She was, yeah.
Melissa
I think
McCarthy.
She can hold that down. The big girl. She was bigger. She lost a lot of weight now.
Yeah, she could do it.
I think she could do it. And I also think Ellen DeGeneres could do it.
Nobody likes her.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan.
I'm just saying, you gotta be funny and you gotta be able to be clean. I think I don't find her comedy as funny. Like when she's doing her talk show, like I don't find it as funny because
I like Ellen.
You could tell the camera's on her with her jokes. Like I want somebody who, regardless if the camera's on, is going to be funny. Like she got a lot of writers.
No, they got writers. But I dig what you're saying because I have seen people. Now, if I stick in the men department, I'm gonna tell you who could do it. On some real shit, Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
if you're on a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Lifeline, you call somebody, your best friend. You think they're gonna be able to answer that question? Hey, people don't be thinking about the education of their friends now.
Can I call a cousin?
No, you gotta call. All right, man. You just want to fuck this up. All right, you call your cousin.
Okay, so I definitely have a cousin I can call. No disrespect to any of my friends, but when it comes to current stuff and certain things like that, like I'm normally that person for them. You know what I mean? Like certain things, I'm that person to them. So not in my friend department, but I do have a cousin that know a little bit more than me.
Okay. Walk across a swamp or walk through the woods with bears?
Kill myself? Did you have another option?
You know, suicide is not the option.
Okay.
You gotta get that number up.
Yo, my husband is like dying because he knows I don't like the outdoors.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
he's like dying right now because I like conditioned air.
Well, I'll give you a hint. In a swamp, you might not be able to see what take you down.
Okay. But all of them got bugs. Okay, they said if a bear run up on you, just stand still, right?
That's what them say.
You know how hard that is, though.
I'm trying to work through my resources right now.
Okay.
So in a swamp, I can't control the crocodiles, alligators, snakes, mosquitoes. I'm gonna take my chances in the forest.
All right. Indica or sativa?
Okay. What's the one that make you go to sleep?
Indica.
Indica.
Uh-huh.
Don't laugh at me, Dirk. That's not funny.
I guess this would be my last one. Your favorite radio station that you worked on?
Use the phone. My favorite that I worked on. Oh my. I'm gonna throw a curveball. One of my faves would be WPAL because I got to be Mary Jane and not Venom.
So what's the difference?
She was different, and you know, I didn't have to be. I was Mary Jane doing my thing, you know what I'm saying, down there. And at the same time, I was Venom in Columbia, but I had the opportunity to work for WPAL. But I came up another, you know, a persona. But I think that, like, with her, she was softer because it was R&B. And it's the only time I worked on a true R&B station. All the other stations I worked on was hip hop and R&B. That's the one time I was truly R&B.
Hey, you got a lot of personalities.
I do.
Smitty in trouble.
That's first call.
That's first call. Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, I'm taking a job.
Yeah, man.
What are you drinking?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
White Claw.
Yeah.
Vodka.
I've done it.
And then, it's regular vodka and then cucumber vodka.
Cucumber vodka.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cucumbers, but that's just
I like cucumbers in Italian dressing. Cucumber Italian dressing tastes good to me.
Venom be on her, she be on her, you know, nutrition shit.
Flush her system.
So I'm gonna be serious for just a few minutes.
I don't believe you.
Nah, for real. This Shanquilla Robinson thing, are you up on that?
Okay, I'm gonna put my drink down.
Yeah.
Because I'm really serious about that.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rest in peace. They buried her today. That shit is unfortunate. You know, we are of a certain age, so we have gone through calling everybody our friend. You know what I'm saying? We've already cycled that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to get your opening initial feeling about the situation. If you want to give a little background, you can do it, or you want me to do it.
Well, I mean, of course, for people that, if you don't know, it's a young lady that went on a friend's trip to Cabo, and everybody returned besides her. Initially, her parents was told that she died from alcohol poisoning, but once the autopsy report came out, she was beaten. And then footage was leaked, we don't necessarily know by who, of one of the friends fighting her. I don't even like to use the word fighting, because when somebody's not fighting you back, it's not really a fight, but
True.
beating her. This really is close to my heart. When I was younger, I dealt with a lot of jealousy. Moving to South Carolina, I dealt with a lot of envious behavior. I'm not going to tell anybody who was jealous or not, but it was envious behavior. I always opened up my home and my family to people, and I get to school on Monday, and now we about to fight. My mom on the phone with parents, like, your daughter just spent the weekend with us, and now she's trying to jump on my daughter. Like, I literally laid my head down next to wolves before. So this situation really resonates with me in a way that's very personal. You don't know what makes people envious. It's sometimes you just don't know. I know a lot of people like, oh, you didn't watch me, you didn't know that. But sometimes you really don't know, because you be like, oh, that's just how such and such act. We dismiss it every day. You got cousins, friends, co-workers that every day you're like, oh, that's just, that's Jeremy.
Right.
That's Shantae. That's not how they act. You don't really know that they have that darkness inside them to do what was seen on that video, because that's all we got to go off is on that video. And that was a vicious attack. Because let me just tell you, like, I'm being 100%. I don't know about y'all brothers or how much physical altercations y'all gotten into, right? But there's no way that I would strike somebody and they don't strike me back, that I continue to hit them. That's just me. And I've been in those situations where, okay, maybe I initiated it. Okay. But I hit you, you don't hit me back. I'm not going to continue to hit you.
Yeah.
That girl was not fighting back and said she would not fight back.
Right.
And that girl, child, whatever, continued to viciously attack her.
It's unfortunate, because there were 7 total people or 6 total people. 3 girls, 3 guys, and her. 7 total people. Like you said in reference to the footage, like, she abused that chick. She abused Miss Robinson. Carolina, what's your take on it, or as far as what you know?
You know what it kind of looked like, though? The Blueface shit. You know how Blueface be doing the female fights? That's kind of what it kind of remind me of. But it's disrespectful on all levels. Even the dude that recording was supposed to be her best friend. Regardless of the fact, you don't let your friend get their ass beat that bad. Like that you ain't gonna fight back. If that's your best friend, you already know they're not gonna fight back. You know what friends.
Why was she naked?
Why they said she just got in the shower.
That's what I'm saying. Did you just get out of the shower? Did you pull this motherfucker out the bed? Like, come on, stop.
And her dad, I listened to something her dad was saying and her mom was saying, and they were just talking about, I got a friend who I believe wouldn't fight back if I were to fight him. He's not a fighter. And I don't think he would, if I were to jump on him in that way, he thought we were friends, I don't think he would fight back. I think he would be like, hey, bro, what's going on?
Right.
Like, it wouldn't be in a defense. It would be, bro, what's going on?
It's betrayal.
Yeah, it's betrayal. And I felt like she was heartbroken and her mind was fucked up because it was happening. You know, when shit like that happens, you freeze up. So I felt like she freezed up because of who it was and when it was happening. And her friend, he needed his ass beat. The chicks need her ass beat. Every dude that needs his ass beat. But when I've seen somebody get their ass beat so bad, I felt sorry for that dude. But I knew he started it, so I let him get his ass beat. But I really felt sorry for that dude. And for them to sit back and let their friend get their ass beat that bad without even jumping in, I don't care if it's one-on-one. She wasn't fighting back. So you should jump in.
Uncle
at
Ruckus
least be
said,
like, all right, enough. It's done.
Yeah.
She was fighting you back. You won. Okay, you the big person. Woo, woo, woo. You the thug in the building. Bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? Because I would not be able to sit there and watch somebody get beat like that. There's no way. And I'm going to record it.
Yeah. I seen a dude get his ass beat that bad. I ain't help. Like I said, he started it, so I watched him get his ass beat. I'm talking bad.
I mean, I've seen people get beat that bad, but I didn't know them.
Yeah, like I didn't know them, but yeah.
Like, I didn't know them, you know. But I'm not gonna, like, this is, okay, y'all talking about how much money y'all spent to go on this vacation. This is a fucking vacation. Who didn't stop it before it became physical? Her last conversation was about a private chef coming over to cook them food. Yo, I would have been in there like, y'all are not fucking up my vacation. Take your ass over there. You take your ass over there. Ain't gonna be no fighting in our villa. I wouldn't have stand for it because I paid my money to go on a vacation. Period.
Right. It's I say from the Boondocks, they say don't trust them new niggas over there. I don't know what's wrong with this generation of man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Whatever your orientation is, at the very least, you should be a leader.
Yeah, you're still a man. It don't matter what your sexual orientation.
You should be a leader.
I don't know. Some of these men ain't men.
And that's the point I'm getting to. I'm sick of these brothers talking about how tough they are and how they'll, you know, pop the trunk and grab the fire and do all this shit and not inserting themselves appropriately. There's no way, again, we have spent all this money to go on this vacation.
Nah.
There's no way that after she socked this girl 2-3 times, that I'm not like, hey, what you want? Cause get her and take her ass in there.
Right, it's over, it's done. You got her. Okay, you got her. All right, it's over.
They kicked that girl in the face.
And that's the thing. They're trying, they say, at first they were saying the Quenisha girl, who they said was a fucking man. She's not a man. She's a woman. She had a baby. That shit is there. Then there was the light-skinned girl, Winter. They're saying that Winter, after the video, grabbed her by the neck and slammed her down, and she's the one that actually took the life. But from the footage that we see, I feel like her neck was broke when that girl kicked her. She slammed her. She slammed her first.
She was literally beating her on her neck. Right.
Well, she slammed her, then she came off and she kicked her. I think that's when the damage was done, and maybe adrenaline allowed her to move around for a little bit before she collapsed. But they released some footage today, and literally right before this shit happens, it's the saddest fucking thing. She is walking around looking for them. Yeah, like, where's my friends at? We supposed to get in the pool. And that shit break my heart, man. Like, between, it was 2 days after the Quavo shit. Now, I'm 46 years old. I didn't do half the shit with my life at 25. These people ain't never gonna be able to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hope all of them motherfuckers go sit down in a fucking Mexican jail. Because if don't nothing give you some get right, it's going to jail in the country that's poorer than the country you from.
So they're not going. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all, they're not going to a Mexican jail. Okay.
You don't think so?
No, we don't. The U.S. does not have an extradition policy with them. But what can happen is the U.S. Attorney General can press charges against them because they killed an American national, even if it was on foreign soil, and then they fled the country and came back. That's who we need to go after. His name is Merrick. I already looked his ass up. Okay. We have to put pressure on the United States Attorney General to press charges against all 5 of them that was there. That's how we're going to get justice for her. Because they're not sending, no one's being sent back to Mexico. So if they're not immigrants, they're not sending them back.
Yeah, the FBI done stepped in a little bit. They mentioned it on something I was reading. But the sad part is just like the Quavo shit a little bit. People have a false sense of security where your spidey senses ain't activated because we feel like we're around friends and family. You know, it's you let your guard down. And the same thing, she didn't fight back because her guard was down. But you don't think of something like that when you around your friends and family. Like you say, you on vacation, you supposed to get drunk, party, and whatever's going on. So you're not thinking that you got to walk into the last day of your life. And like my brother said, the video he talking about, I saw that too. She's searching the hotel looking for her friends or the hotel room, and they all gathered in one room. Like, why the fuck she here? Like they all got that look. Like, why the fuck she here?
The envious spirit.
She's the only one that I really think, like, she was young, she had her shit together, she was successful. I think she's probably the only one that really had it like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else kind of scrounged and did what they had to do to get their money up to go on the trip. Whatever the reason that's gonna come out, it's not gonna be worthy. And that's the sad fucking part. You know what I'm saying? There was 3 other, like, I don't know what's going on in Mexico. You heard about the other 2, the 2 teachers?
Yep. I spoke about them on my last episode of my podcast. The ones that died in the Airbnb.
Right.
Yeah.
A carbon monoxide detector don't cost shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I ain't gonna stay on that because, you know, it's the weekend and we need to be light, man. But it's just one of them lessons.
You're gonna hit me hard. I don't want to get emotional, but no. Let me tell you something. Even you said what you said, right? It don't cost shit. But when you're going abroad, you don't know their standards. So sometimes maybe it won't hurt you to bring your own. I lived in a house. We lived in a house where you know, we was renting a house and the air conditioning people said, hey, I don't know, there could possibly be a carbon monoxide leak. Don't cut the AC on. And I'm fighting with the landlord about it. But in the meantime, I went and got a monitor. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know they don't cost that much. But like when you go on Airbnb nationally in the country, when you look at when they saying things they got like coffee makers and that, they'll say a carbon monoxide monitor. Right. Now, when you start going abroad, you're dealing with different standards.
Right. Right.
You have to be extra cautious.
We got to be extra cautious in life, man.
Period.
Check your friends. If you got a friend that's wishy-washy, or sometimes they cool and sometimes they not, just stay on that.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Benno, because I do want your perspective as a female, as a woman. I hope I got that as a her. But, you know, I don't want to mess up the pronouns.
What's your pronoun?
Don't mess up the pronoun.
Nah, but
I am a her.
As a female woman, women seem to be, they be like, I don't trust these bitches, I don't trust these women. So is it hard for you to have a female friend?
So let me just say this. For me, no. I dealt with a lot. I was bullied growing up, like in like that middle schoolish age. I was bullied when I moved to South Carolina. Only times I ever got into a fight was with people that were my friends. I learned a lot of lessons very, very early in life. You know, I'm not going to share my space with anybody who I don't feel like I trust, or I feel loved, or I feel respected, or I feel protected when I'm with them. So I'm always grateful for some of those experiences because it helped me in my career long run. Like, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, if I never went with that, if I never went through that, could I have survived the limelight? Because I will tell you this, the probably most hurtful situation when it comes to the girlfriend situation was somebody who was my assistant. And we end up fist fighting. And to this day, I never really know what made her turn on me in that way. Like, this was a chick that I could eat food out of a tray and she would eat after me.
Right.
She would clean my chicken bones. No, I'm being
That's close.
Next thing you know, we fist fighting in her damn garage. Real talk. And like the things and how it came to the physical fight was she was vomiting all these things she harbored about me. And I let her talk. Till she said the key word. You know what the key word in every fight is. I know you a bitch ass motherfucker.
Damn.
Oh, now we gotta fight.
It was either that or SMD.
What you said, that shit, all the other shit was me taking account of the fact that you're just that envious, jealous with me. But then once you said that, now we gotta fight.
Right.
Let's fight.
Oh, you think I'm a pushover?
Yeah. What was she before she was your sister? Like, did she help you get your career higher?
She always was like an assistant. She always was an assistant. She was a photographer. I paid her to take pictures of me in the Vixens. I paid her to take pictures at events. But we also had a personal relationship. And let me ask, we were both pregnant at the same time that we fought. Yeah.
That women ain't shit.
That's some hormonal shit there. It could be.
I'm fucking women.
Listen, that motherfucker was yapping them gums so hard. Like, I was sitting there looking like, you gotta watch a quiet person. See, a lot of people worry about this person. I didn't say shit. I'm just listening to her. So he said them key words. I was like,
yeah. And I say that a lot, man. People don't know when the fight starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to look people in the eyes because there's something that happens in people's eyes when that switch go on. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do no whole lot of work.
The person is already plotting how they're gonna take you down.
Exactly.
See, y'all nice size fellas. So I don't see a lot of people rolling up on y'all crazy. I
mean, we cool though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I'm cool. But motherfuckers still, they, motherfucker ain't got no heart.
True that.
But let me just say this for the record. It's not even about ability to fight or whatever. I'm gonna tell you what I learned in my career, and I learned from growing up. I got into a fight my senior year in high school. I went to Spring Valley High School. That's when they started saying, "Hey, you fight in school, you go to jail." Yeah. And I got arrested. I was 17, the girl was 16, so she went to DJJ. I went to Allen's Glen. The whole way down, the cop was like, "I'm gonna try to get you there before 4 o'clock, so you don't have to spend the night." Cool. This is my story to tell people. I had to go to roll call. I had to do community service. I had to go to a judge to ask permission to go to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. I missed too many days in class doing roll call, so I had to spend my senior year spring break cleaning up Spring Valley High School. First of all, I had to appeal to the principal to allow me to do it so I didn't lose my grades. And that lesson taught me that you're not worth not a goddamn thing. After that experience, you know how many times I've been in a club that a chick tried me, and I could look at her and think about myself and say, "You're not worth it." I went through so much my senior year off of a little stupid ass fight. I appreciated it because for my career, it helped me, because there were times that people tried me and I sat back and looked at them like this. You're worth it. You, like, tomorrow, if we fight, everybody's gonna say, "Venom was in the club, some girl." You some girl, I'm Venom.
Okay.
I think that's too hard, though. They try to take your education away. As a young black woman at that age, I just felt like that was too harsh. If you're missing that many days of class.
For roll call, because you got to show up downtown for roll call.
But I think that's too much for your education at a young age.
Like that's what they do to us.
They could have damaged your life. Like you took the positivity out of it, but looking back as an adult, as a parent of a female, like, you trying to take my daughter's future away.
Oh yeah, it was a lot. But you know what? Like I said, at least I look at it from what it is. It helped me in the future, because it's been times I done had chicks try to go toe to toe with me in the club, and I'd be like, "No, you're not worth it."
This is the other thing about that random shit, right? People don't understand how fragile the human body is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you tussling with a motherfucker and y'all split up, you push a motherfucker off you and they stumble back, bust their head on the curb, bleed out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. I had to go to anger management. We won't get into why. And that's one of the things that always stuck with me. It's never about what you intend to do. It's about what might happen.
One hit could kill a person. You might think, "I just came in here for a fist fight." Okay, well, you might have fist fought a motherfucker that died after you hit him one time.
You punch a motherfucker in the throat, clap their ear, their temple, a liver punch. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things out there that could take a life. So I've bowed out gracefully to a motherfucker I know I could beat. First off, I'm the size that I am. And I don't give a fuck how blind justice is. When you show up at over 6 feet tall, over 300 pounds, with this pigmentation, motherfuckers gonna judge you.
You're a threat.
You a threat. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like I said, the demographic of the show is mainly adults, man, but speak to your kids and understand. My mama always told me, Carolina can attest to it, you think them your friends.
Wise words.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your fucking friend. Some people is just hangers on. You got some shit that they ain't got, and they will sit around you until they get a chance to take it.
But you also got to understand, especially I don't understand how people of a certain age not know who their friends are. Like, there should be little things that click in your mind, whether you always helping them and they're not helping you, whether y'all visions ain't the same. If they still doing the same shit at 25, at 30.
This nigga in my freezer right now.
I'll be looking at your fridge too. What you got in there? You gonna cook something?
He creeping on one of my brownies. I already know what he's looking at.
See, that's what's wrong with women right there. We don't talk about that. You talk about your refrigerator. That man pay the bills too.
Yeah.
His freezer too. What I'm just saying is,
my freezer and
some
my
of the
brown.
stuff in there do not belong to him.
But I'm just saying, like sometimes the word friend, brother, and all that get thrown around loosely, and these young people need to understand that if you know somebody for 2 weeks, they not your best friend.
I manage you. Everything in your life is.
Damn, he said everything in your life.
Did you just hear? Listen, y'all are a witness.
Well, no, that's a good. We talk about relationships anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
The
I love him.
dynamic-
He's so sweet. He's so sweet. We jive each other all day, every day. That's what we do.
I feel like we're at odds. You in a good situation, and that's divine, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's hard now for people to distinguish their role in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young people, they just kind of do what they want to do, man. What they call them motherfucking pansexuals. They might love a tree this week and a goddamn Muppet next week, and vice versa. Older people, if you born 86 or before, you probably come from a more traditional dynamic. You ain't looking for your old lady to be chastising you or emasculating you or none of that shit.
But let me just say, ladies, you probably ain't gonna like this. I do have a healthy amount of male friends, and y'all be talking to these dudes crazy as hell, yo. Like the same way y'all talk to these dudes, if it was in reverse, they'd be like, "Girl, what are you doing with him?" Like, and I have friends that I really feel for them because they get like women. We have shout out to my homeboy Timmy Tim. He always says we know how to throw them soul daggers. And I've always been very mindful. I'm not gonna say been perfect, but mindful on how I send my man back into the world. You don't want to send them defeated, belittled, feeling like they're nobody. Like, why would you want to do that? And I get when you're hurt, because what they say, hurt people hurt people. However, I think that men's hurt is not spoken for enough.
That's a word.
And that's just being real. That's just being a mother, a sister, a daughter, a wife, friend. There's a lot of experiences I have been, happen to be able to have like male friends that are brutally honest with me, tell me things I probably don't want to know. And sometimes I'm like, yo, friend, you shouldn't have said that to you. Same way I would have said to my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You shouldn't have said that to you. That shit's wrong. That shit was low. That shit was not warranted. But I want men out there to know we do hear you. And if a woman is verbally abusing you, just like I would tell my woman friend, you need to go.
I was looking at something the other day, and it almost what you were talking about, Timmy Tim. Somebody said the harshest things a man can hear is from his mother.
Oh Lord!
Because the mother can chop a man down, but then man, when he falls in love with a woman, he kind of associates that with his mother, regardless if he's not comparing it to his mother as similes. It could be differences, but he's still comparing it to a woman who can say something to chop a man down.
To chop him down.
Like a
mama could do some damage.
I always say that my mom chop us down with words like all the time. They don't be disrespectful, but if she say a word that you don't know, you don't go back and realize that word is that. Damn, that's fucked up. Like it ain't bad. It's educational in the same sense, but you be like, damn, you ain't have to put that damn BSAT word on me or nothing like that. You know, break it down to regular English. You know, layman's terms.
We have to. Each generation, we have to stop it. We have to stop it. Like that harsh Southern black woman. Like I remember things from like my family is from Birmingham, Alabama. Things that I remember from like great grandmother stuff was always harsh and hard, not soft and loving. Like I don't think back to my great grandmother and have these soft, loving memories. Everything was harsh and hard and always talking and disrespecting and bringing people down. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a way of life. So let me tell you how we had to fast forward. And listen, I love my mother. Me and my mother, we like this. But when I saw some of it her speaking to my children, I had to, nope. And I tell her, you're reminding me of great grandmother right now. And she's like, oh, I really didn't mean that in that way. And I'm like, that's why I'm bringing this to your attention. We got to break that cycle, that black Southern cycle of talking down to our kids, whipping them, beating them, telling them they ain't this and they ain't that. That was ingrained in, like, we're still shaking slavery off. I know people don't want us to keep bringing up slavery, but my great grandmother was a sharecropper.
If you didn't bring it up, I was gonna bring it up.
We keep wanting to say, don't talk about slavery anymore, but we are still the effects of slavery. That whole mentality of the verbal and physical abuse, we are still the products of it. And then our kids ain't about that long. They gonna tell you, you hurt me.
Yeah, mine say it today. Mine say it all. And that's the thing, I guess. So my mom and dad the opposite. So my parents, like, growing up, like, they didn't let us get a word in. It's their way, and that's the word. Now it's like my dad told me one time, he was like, whatever happens, let her speak her mind. Don't cut her off. And I'm just like, in my mind, I was like, that's what y'all did to us. Like,
that's not what y'all did to us, right?
Yeah, like you want to be like, you want to feel liberated in the same as grandparents now to start over. So you're liberated because you can start over raising a child. But the way you raise us is like, well, damn, so now you telling me 60% of what you did was wrong. But that's the reason why I raised my child the way I raised my child, because that's how you raised me. So, but I feel blessed that they acknowledge it, because like you said, some grandparents have acknowledged it. Some parents haven't acknowledged it. At least my parents, their grandparents have acknowledged it.
So to play devil's advocate, did they raise us right for the time that we grew up in?
Hell yeah.
This is what I'm going to say. They did what they knew. So it's not to put blame on anything or to even feel the resentment. They did what they knew. Now we know a little bit more, so we do what we knew. What we know. And then guess what? Our kids are going to know a little bit more. They're going to be a little bit more emotionally aware. Think about it. Remember how back in the day, kids weren't allowed to have feelings. Fuck your feelings. They ain't no feelings. You know what I'm saying? But kids now tell you, you hurt me. Daddy, I ain't like that. Mommy, I ain't like that. Why you treat me like that? Our parents could have never said that to their families.
No.
We could say it a little bit. But these kids now know they can say it 100%. They're like,
it was after the ass whooping 2 weeks later.
Right.
But it also is borderline, because I think we, like you said, growing up with the fight, we knew the consequences. These kids are reacting, but not knowing the consequences. You can't say you sorry after you did something major. You can't say you did it because my feelings was hurt. Like you just said, the school taught you consequences. So our parents taught us consequences.
Yeah.
So we knew what consequences were. These kids don't know what consequences are. They feel like it's the Me Too movement where you can just say, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. They made
these kids don't give a fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. But they don't understand consequences. Like there's still consequences behind that.
But let me ask you this though: why would they give a fuck when they seeing people, kids their age, do the same things they doing and become famous, rich, wealthy, careers? We have to understand when you got a Catch Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
So why the next chick don't think she can be the next Catch Me Outside? We didn't have nothing like that. We ain't never seen nothing like that growing up. We ain't never seen no disrespectful ass 13-year-old cussing their mama out, fighting their mama out on national TV and get a record deal.
If we did, we thought that shit was crazy. Yeah.
So for them, it's next level. You know what I'm saying? Not just that. Mommy and daddy want to pop off.
Yeah.
Mommy and daddy, every time they sister get on their nerves, I'm about to drag that bitch.
Yeah.
And then what do you think when they're hearing this? I saw 2 women get into it in the Food Line parking lot over a shopping cart. I'm walking out, me and my daughter. I stopped because one lady was doing report churns, cussing out the window at the other lady. The other lady got kids in the car. These 2 women were so faced off that neither one of them left the parking lot. The other one went around, parked over here. Somebody knew her, was talking to her. Bitches, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, what do you think those kids in that car going to do? And then I had to have a whole conversation with my daughter about why all of this is wrong.
You must have been at the hood one. I ain't gonna say but that's just like,
I don't 2-notch, tell me something.
But it ain't even no hood shit no more. Yeah. Like that's this whole Karen shit. Like motherfuckers is just more emboldened than they have ever been in this time. The motherfuckers think that they can. Nobody minds their business no more. You know what I'm saying?
Just at the end of the day, it's not even that important. Like these 2 women were squaring out in a parking lot over whether or not the shopping cart hit the car or not. Mind you, let me put another layer to it. Put another layer to my experience with it. I was with an elderly family member who was driving, right? The same day. They opened their door. And so I get out the passenger side and I see their door is close to the car next to us. And then I see the owner of the car standing there and I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, pull your door. Like, what are you doing? You hit the car. And you know what the dude said? No, it's okay. I'm not stressing that. And he proceeded after we got out the car to get his daughter out the car seat. That's how normal human beings act.
Right.
For us to come back out and see a situation so similar that turned into, bitch, you want to follow me?
It's crazy, man.
Dude could have teed off on us the same way when that door hit his door. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Because I came around, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He was like, no, it's okay.
But you know what?
More human beings interact with each other.
That's the difference is you show grace in that his car might have mattered to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's also, it's the passive aggressive, hyper aggressive situation. If I do something, no matter how small it is, if it hits you in any kind of negative way, I kind of owe you an apology. It don't hurt me to be like, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize.
But some people will take the apology and they'll move on about their life. No, it ain't a big deal, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I got bigger fish to fry. And then some motherfucker be like, I can't believe you disrespecting me, son. I take your motherfucking head off.
Yeah,
like for that?
I've apologized so many times in the club for somebody else bumping into me. It don't make no sense.
Well, you know, it's something that Tim said on the last podcast was, we're a society of you got me fucked up. society.
Right.
Definitely got me fucked up.
You got me fucked up.
Nah, you got me fucked up if I'm at home and you found me at home. In these streets, I'll let you have it.
Right,
You know what I'm
things happen, and it's not that serious. And at the end of the day, let's all live to laugh about it. Let's all live to go home and say, let me tell you what this crazy lady did. Let me just live, because it's not that serious.
You don't see motherfuckers dying for nothing.
Layer to that about the disrespectful kids. Okay.
Right.
Because my daughter's getting at that age and her mouth run a little bit. Okay. And let's go back to the same situation. So when we was walking through the parking lot, she's like, "What's? It's so much drama going on out here." And I'm like, "Shut about it." So when we got in the car, I had to explain to her. I said, "You can't say everything that comes to your mind." I said, "You out here loud talking while all this going on. Now, what if one of them said, 'Shut the fuck up, little dumbass girl'? So now what?
Now you in the
They
shit.
added another player into the bullshit.
Yeah,
Now you in the shit.
We got to see them hands, mama. I got to see you put the paws on somebody.
Nah, cause
Now, what happens if you get your ass beat out there? Shit,
exactly.
I
Exactly.
Me personally, I would have just got my ass beat. Now, some pussy ass people, they gonna go get a gun and want to shoot. Me, if I get my ass whooped for a fight I walked into, then I'm gonna take my ass whooping. That's me.
So what that conversation gonna be with Smitty when you get home? Baby, I got my ass beat today.
Yup. I'll be like, baby.
Run
I
the
tried to
bath.
show my ass and I got my ass beat. But I bet you, I tell you what, he gonna be glad I still walked through that motherfucking door.
As he should be. That's real.
Which kind of goes back to full circle.
He won't let me go back to that damn grocery store no more, though.
Old girl, when she got dealt with over in Mexico, like her friends at home should be looking for the people. Because just like you said, when you got home to your loved ones,
yeah,
that's the part that get me. Like them people we don't say them people love Mexico, and I hate to go back to it, but
that's it. It hits me every time you say that because I don't know if that could have been one of my people. I might be looking for somebody right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
My God.
Like full circle. This whole conversation is full circle now. So what about the friends of the one that was supposed to go? Or the one that say, "I'll see you when you get back." Or the cousins that say, "Call me every day. I just want to hear about the trip so I can go."
Yeah, I don't. That shit. No, I'm gonna tell you that would take Jesus, Holy Spirit, God, Mary, Joseph.
Bruh.
I'm trying to get some more.
I know the
Peter, Paul, all of them.
That's their only child. So I already know the dad ready to do something.
You went to these people's house. You crossed a threshold and you lied about fucking up my.
Oh my God. You're right.
It's no way that I don't do something crazy.
Crazy.
It's no way. At some point, I'm going to jail. I may get out. I may get out after a long time.
He said a long time.
But I'm going because I got to do you something.
They had so the guy with the Michigan gymnastics that was abusing the girls at Michigan or whatever for the Olympics.
The doctor, yeah.
The doctor, he was in court and one of the fathers was there watching it. And when after the proceedings or whatever, he dove over to get the dude.
You ain't never gonna get him in the courtroom, cuz.
But check this out.
Yeah, at least try. I just think people get some good kicks in though.
But check this out. He pleaded with the cops when they tackled him to just let me put my hands on him. And the cops there said, "We're trying to protect you." And I feel sorry for you. Like there was a cop having a conversation, tackling him, saying, "I understand what you're going through." And that's what, and that go back to the parents and the kids and all. Like we do got to understand people. We got to have empathy. So this father, he needs some type of empathy. Us as parents, the kids need some type of empathy. The grandparents, to the parents of the kids, we need some type of empathy, and I think that's what's lacking in the world of the empathy. You got it. Don't worry about it. You might be having a rough day, so go about your business. You bump my car, but go about your business. Like empathy is not out there. What's out there is what can I do to check somebody? What can I do to make
you got me fucked up?
Yeah, you got me fucked up. And empathy is the word.
And you know what? Here's the thing. You never know. And I, from dealing with the public for so many years, you just really don't know what somebody's going through. And I deal with people with that level of empathy. Like what you're saying is how I subscribe in life. Because you may pop off on me randomly, let's say in a grocery store, and then I'm looking at you thinking, maybe the reason you're really popping off on me is because you really can't afford to be here, or what happened before you came here, or this and that. But I will say this, take your empathy and then do one other thing. Value yourself above enough to say, is getting in this argument, fight, altercation worth whatever my life is going to go through afterwards? In that moment, if you can't think of another person, think of you. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. I ain't never said this shit on camera in life. I was face to face with one of my ex years ago, cheating on me with a chick. I had her in the back room. I had a taser in my hand, everything. I was ready to damn light this bitch up. My homegirl to put sneakers on, everything. We got a corner in the back room. And in that moment, I saw my own life. My own life.
Average fight probably lasts 32 seconds. And you about to do 32 years for the outcome of this.
I saw my own life and I said, she is not worth it. Like, at the end of the day, no. Like, what I'm going to have to go through once I do this shit, and then she jump on her and I done jumped on her, and what this shit turn into, it's not worth me. So if you can't love other people, love yourself.
People don't love themselves.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
People really do not love themselves. If you think about it, if you're not trying to better yourself, regardless of your financial status in the world, regardless of your social media status in the world, regardless of your status in the world, if you're not satisfied, then you don't love yourself.
Love yourself.
If you're not giving yourself effort, then you don't love yourself. Like I said, everything starts with effort, man. I can't sit here and be like, we want to be like 85 South, but we not putting effort in. I can't say I want to be like Buddy down the street if I'm not putting effort in to apply for different jobs or go back to school or something like that. Like, we got to love ourselves. And until we love ourselves, we're going to be angry with other people.
Yep. Love yourself. Find that, like, that. I saw Last Call came up, so I don't even want to get preachy, but it's so important to find your love for yourself. And I'm telling you, I know me, that's gotten me out of so many dark places. It's gotten me out of dark situations. It's carried me through to be, at least at the end of the day, I'd be like, I love myself so much that I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to open this door. I'm not going to subject myself to this because I love me. And there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, and don't let nobody make you feel like you're wrong for loving yourself.
I know that's right. Well, go ahead and wrap it up, man. Tell them about the cosign, where they can find you, how they can reach out to you, and all that good stuff.
For sure. Well, yes, I'm Ben Vixen from the Cosign Podcast. We are on Facebook. You can stream us on, oh God, I can't drink no more. I'm thinking no more because I've been drinking too much. Spotify. You can check us on iHeartRadio app, Google Podcasts, so many different places, but just follow us, Instagram, the Cosign Podcast. I love everybody. This has been, once again, I love coming to the bottom of the bottle. And like I hit you up the other day, Dirt, and I was saying I want to get y'all on some of our end of the year show because y'all were one of our first guests when we started in the studio. So I definitely want to get you brothers on one of our end of year shows. But yeah, I love coming here, just getting to express myself, do my thing, be comfortable. I'm in the man cave tonight. I'm representing the Met as always because that's what I do. But yeah, appreciate y'all.
Venom got Kiwis tonight.
Kiwis.
That's crazy. Carolina, what you got for the people?
Once again, always, man, network of superpower, man. Venom is always a great guest. We got to team up with some other people that we feel like is a great guest. Like, that's all we care about is the atmosphere, man. We don't care what you got to say as long as it's true to you. Regardless if we agree with it or not, as long as it's true to you, it's a good vibe. I want to thank Venom. I want to thank Smitty. Smitty in the background. If you listen to the show, you heard Smitty in the background. We got to get Smitty back on here also. But network of superpower. Venom got the shirt, the Met. We represent the Metro just like anybody else who loves where you at. Yeah. Follow us. What the hell Smitty doing? Follow us. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on everything. Just Google the bottom of the bottle, and sooner or later you'll see us. Just Google us. You might have to scroll, but Google us.
Hey, we gonna get up that chart anyway.
Yeah.
As far as me, man, like I always say, man, it's the same thing that Venom is on, man. Love the ones who love you back. Everybody else, man, show a little grace. Trust your powers of discernment. Some people have higher levels of it, but that little voice in your head that say, maybe this not the situation, maybe this not the person, listen to that motherfucker, cuz I could have been a lot farther along had I listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the human side of us don't agree with the spirit side of us, and I think that's the beautiful thing about getting older. Those things start to align as long as you're here to live. You know what I'm saying? But don't be out here trying to harm nobody, man. And again, love the ones who love you back. This is the bottom of the bottle. I'm Jay Walker. That's Carolina Dirt. Big shout out to Smitty Go Get It and Venom, man. We appreciate y'all. As always.
Hey, Carolina done bust them boy ass, dog.
I see that. They done scored 60 on them.
I can't reach my hat, but you know. Let's go Thunder Chicken. Hey, man, until the next time, y'all be easy, be safe, and all of that good stuff.
All right, peace out.
We go.
All right, bro.